Right.
You know, like you love looking at the beach, huh?
This is my spot.
And so you can see right out over your terrace and you can see the ocean from where you're sitting.
Yeah, I'm watching the waves and the palm trees.
It's too bad your voice isn't totally synced on this Skype connection.
How can we fix that?
There's no way to fix it. It's a problem with the time of the connection, you know, the connection. I can actually hear the ocean or something that sounds like the ocean anyway on this.
We're doing the prayers.
Yeah, we're going to do the prayers. Let's get signals on this. I'm causing my career and those are the people I love to be what God intends.
That was a signal.
Okay. I'm going to do it again. The same one. I'm causing my career and those of the people I love to be what God intends.
There's the signal.
Okay. Now, I don't know if people realize when we use the word career in a very special way because we mean what we do from life to life.
Right.
That the career for us is what I've accomplished in the last, 2,000 years, let's say. That's my career.
Could be longer.
Yeah, it could be longer. It could be a lot longer. Okay, here, let's get a signal on I am free.
I am free.
Okay. I'm realizing the loving, world-shaping, and God-given intentions that I've carried from life to life.
Pointing upward.
Now, do you know what the purpose of this particular group of prayers is?
This is the continuous cleansing prayer, isn't it?
Yeah, it's what you want to walk around saying all day, these things. Getting signals on them, because at any moment we can lapse into not being what this prayer describes.
I like having a prayer. I like having a copy of the prayers in my car.
Aha. Yeah. I've been more like focused on having one in my head, but that's good. The car is a good place
I have it in my head too, and in fact, I don't drive without saying a few of the prayers.
Okay.
I'm protecting myself and my people from incipient catastrophes.
Okay.
On the reflex to give love and empowerment. Things like that.
Do some more that you remember. Like, just do the ones off the top of your head that you remember.
I'm leaving behind everything that slows me down.
Okay.
I'm installing remedies and antidotes to dysfunction.
Okay.
All my bodies are free of pathologies.
Nice, nice.
All my bodies are free of immune dysfunctions. All my bodies are at full function. I'm completely connected to God in every possible way. I'm in the best side of my highest possible dimension.
Great, okay.
All my particle attributes are in balance and at full strength to do what God intends for me to do in this life.
The thing I think where people run into a problem is that, number one, they don't realize that they need to do this all day. Like most people,
well, I think with a lot of things that people are testing on, I know that there's an impression with beginners that when you do something like this, when you say I'm removing something or I'm installing something, that once you've done it, you never have to do it again.
I know. Like, they don't realize they're turning back into Mr. Hyde, 10 minutes later.
You also need to realize that, it's not like it has no effect. It has an effect, and each time you do it, it has a cumulative effect, so that eventually you need to do them maybe less often, or that, you stay at that level longer. And with removals, eventually, a lot of the things that you start out removing, they never come back.
Well, let me give you an example. I was saying a prayer that I'm attracting powerful and benevolent allies. And, you know, this guy calls me up who's been doing this for 5 years, and he's cured this enormous grocery list of things. So I obviously attracted what I was praying for, and when you do that, you know that you are, like, you know, like I say, I attract powerful and benevolent allies, and when one shows up, I know that I'm doing the thing that, and it's actually happening. But it doesn't mean that, I mean, probably that's the time to start doing it more often.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
And also we changed the wording of it, so, and I guess we had to be doing these prayers for a number of years, diligently every day, you know, for a long period of time before we realized that it's time to change the wording to I attract powerful and benevolent allies.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But that's what we just did, and that's a little bit different.
Yep.
That says something different.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I keep getting signals on all the things we're talking about.
Okay, so those are actual signals you're getting.
Yeah.
I just thought you were wiggling your finger or maybe motioning me to come to you.
I'm bitter. It's just involuntary. It's just clicking on certain things that we say.
Well, people also don't realize the difference between these prayers and affirmations. Because
these prayers are not affirmations. They're actual things that you do. A lot of times with affirmations, you're trying to talk yourself into something.
Well, you know, that's the thing, is I think that affirmations have worked for a lot of people.
They do.
And they work because the person is actually doing this.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
I'm in paradise. I'm looking at the beach and I hear the waves and then there's a breeze and it's coming in through my window, and it's like one of these perfect days where it's sunny but it's not too sunny.
That's your new condo in Fort Lauderdale, huh?
Yeah, it still feels new, and I've been here a year already, over a year.
Well, it feels new to me too, because I was like thinking you were there like 3 months or something.
It feels like that.
I know.
I talk to my doorman downstairs, and he tells me that he's been here for 35 years, and he still feels like it's new. He never gets used to it.
Keely, I have to admit, I can't get used to you living in Fort Lauderdale. I mean,
Well,
we used to live in the Florida Keys together, and I was totally used to that. But
I love that. That was a bliss ball down there.
Yeah, right. Well, you're obviously a bliss ball in Fort Lauderdale too.
Yeah. Every time I get stressed out, you know, and I just want to get back to myself, I just look at what I'm looking at right now.
Well, so this is what you attracted to yourself by doing the prayers.
That's right.
This is what
And I attracted the love of my life, and because right now our relationship is the way I always dreamed of it being.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and I knew Jerry for many years before we came up with the prayers, I think, right? We came up with the prayers like in the mid-90s, I think.
Yeah, that's right. We came up with the prayers in the late 90s, actually.
In the late 90s. Well, I've been with Jerry since '89, and our relationship now feels like we're like at the height of our romance.
Well, you know, the fact is when we do these prayers, we're making real changes in reality. And I think that, you know, the overwhelming success of affirmations was due to people actually doing the affirmation instead of trying to talk themselves into it.
Right. They they inadvertently or advertently did the thing that they were saying,
well,
or they just got used to the vibration of it and it became part of them.
Well, they were, they weren't getting a signal, so they couldn't actually tell if they were doing it.
Right, they wouldn't be able to know for sure.
They wouldn't know for sure.
Like what you said before, they would know by the changes in their life that they were manifesting.
Right. Well, many people have cured cancer without getting a signal. What we're doing is just making it more dependable.
Right.
We're making it more, certain. We're trying to create, we're trying to create more certainty for people, especially when they're in life-threatening situations, like when they're dying of cancer. We're trying to create for them to really know they're connected with God, they're connected with their ability to cure it, they're doing the best thing for themselves.
Well, confidence is a great healer. Right?
Yes. Well, all right, 2 more and that will be it. All my bodies are in God.
All my bodies are in God.
All my bodies are one rainbow.
You know that I flew over a rainbow once down in the islands, and when you fly over a rainbow, you see the rainbow as a whole circle, 360 degrees.
Really?
It was one of the most unforgettable things I've ever seen.
Well, we do like the Caribbean, Keely. We must have been pirates many times.
Yes, definitely.
Well, all right, that's it for me for today. It's good being with you.
Thanks.
Great being with you. See you later.
Okay.
Area code 813-672-3419. Ta-da, ta-da, ta-da.